car, make jokes, knew over 1,000 words, and even took care of a pet cat? What if I told you that this gorilla had fascinating things to say about death, and even had an answer about what happens after it? But beyond all that. Before she died, Koko left a chilling message to the world as if she had a deep knowledge of human history.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the studio. Now, I'd like to introduce you to Koko. She's basically one of the smartest gorillas I've ever come across in my entire life. Her IQ is just off the chart. She does sign languages, she cares for pets, and she can drive a car. The chilling message that she had for humanity upon her coming to the end of her life, which is pretty bone chilling, but we're gonna go through it and see what she has to say. All right, so let's get into it. And apparently she has a thing for nipples.
Koko, who saw herself as a queen, was a gorilla who could make jokes, drive a car, and even create new words. She had many pets and had strong bonds with these pets. She also used thought-provoking expressions about death. She had one of the highest IQs among animals. In tests, it was determined that her IQ was between 70 and 90. According to the data, the average IQ is around 90, while Japan is known to have the highest average IQ at 106. As a gorilla, Koko, her IQ was between 70 and 90.
So yeah, you can see that she's a very intelligent animal. With an IQ that is almost up there with some of the smartest people in the world. Definitely smarter than some of these mess around and find out YouTuber influencers out here on this platform. But that's for another video. We'll get into that.
Koko could communicate with humans through sign language, express her emotional world, and express her feelings clearly. She could easily express all kinds of feelings, from anger to love, from sadness to joy, and could express herself with a human-like consciousness. Koko also had some strange, and some might say strange, obsessions. For example, her nipple obsession.
So yeah, some can say basically that they're saying gorillas are like some of the closest species to the human race, and this is where we're evolved from. Right? You can see the intelligence, you can see the emotions, and all the stuff that comes with that. All right, that's basically human behaviors, right? And I know a lot of that's probably gonna derive from the people that were caring for her, so she's gonna get a lot of that influence out of it, right? And that's probably where the nipple obsession came from as well. I have no idea, but let's continue.
Koko was born on July 4th in a zoo in California. Her childhood was far from the typical life of other gorillas. It was a challenging journey. In her early months, Koko suffered from a life-threatening illness and was the 50th captive gorilla born in the zoo. Due to her illness, she spent her infancy without her mother. A caretaker was assigned to look after her until her treatment was completed. When Koko was finally reunited with her mother rejected her, refusing to treat her as her own offspring. This left Koko abandoned and alone in a massive cage filled with unfamiliar gorillas.
Wow, that is a powerful story right there, because imagine this is happening in the animal species, and this basically happens to human beings very frequently, right? This is like a story of somebody growing up in poverty, right? You know, growing up, single parent, can't take care of their child or something like that. Financially, something comes in and they have to like give up their child. Some people abandon their child. You always hear stories, people leaving their child at like fire station and stuff like that. They can't take care of their child. This is basically what's going on in Animal Kingdom. That is crazy. But I digress. Let's continue.
But one day, a young female student wanted to take Koko under her wing. Penny was a psychology student and was going to be Koko's caretaker and tutor. She wanted to teach Koko as part of her doctoral research. She first started working on teaching her sign language. She administered various intelligence tests, but Koko passed them surprisingly easily. The fact that she learned sign language so quickly showed how high her mental capacity was. Koko had an extensive vocabulary of 3,000 words.
Koko? Look, there are stars. Can you find the eyes in this picture? Right, those are the eyes.
She could express 1,000 words in sign language and understand an additional 2,000.
So seems like Penny is going to be going forward is one of the most biggest influence in Coco's life. So this is probably where a lot of the influence comes from, which is you know, when it comes to all the emotions and the sign languages and the other stuff that she learns, is probably a lot of it is influenced by Penny over here. And again, that nipple obsession. I can't get over that.
In other words, she could understand abstract concepts like a human child and could comprehend abstract terms such as good, bad, fake, and real correctly, as well as nouns, verbs, and adjectives. The first word she learned was queen, because Koko saw herself as a queen. When she referred to herself, she used the word queen instead of her name. Koko could not only learn what she had been taught, but she could also make up new words for herself. For example, no one had ever taught her the meaning of the word ring before, but she combined the words finger and bracelet to create the term finger bracelet for herself.
Okay, Queen, you do you. I don't even think I know any sign languages. And she's this versed in sign language. Like, I understand it because this is how else will she be able to communicate, because there's lack of speech in animal to human. I get it, but most people don't even have the capacity to have this much vocabulary in signing, right? And she's able to retain over 1,000, maybe 2,000 and more. That is nuts. I don't even know one, but
Koko had a remarkable sense of humor. She constantly played both verbal and physical pranks on people. Once she pulled Penny's hair and then signed sorry while laughing. She was like a mischievous human child. Her ability to joke showed that she possessed theory of mind, the understanding that others have thoughts, emotions, and perspectives different from one's own. That's what Koko was like. Theory of mind is the ability of a person to understand the emotions, intentions, beliefs, and mental states of others, which is generally true for humans. This can be defined as empathy.
not only Koko was very intelligent, but she can also teach herself other things. Like if she was confused about what something was, she could take one word and put it together and combine it to make another word. Like, you know, most people can't even do that. And saying a lot. So the more I watch this, the more I can see the human side of Koko, because I can't really say I view her as just a gorilla, because the fact that she's very intelligent, she understands the feelings of others, and she can express her own feelings to other human beings as well. And from the video I'm watching right now, it doesn't seem like anything like violent happened where the animal instinct kind of take over, kind of thing like that. I just think she wanted to, it's like needing someone to be there with you as a friend and as a companion, and this is what she expressed to whoever I guess is around her. Alright, this is the vibe I'm getting from this. Yeah, she's very empathetic, and you can see that just by the way she involved herself in situations around other people's, right? You can see that in the way she acts, she behaves, and the way she just interacts with her environment when people are around.
Koko, besides her features, also had a strange obsession. She had a fascination with nipples, whether male or female. Koko wanted to see people's nipples and sometimes touch them. In 2005, 3 female servants who were assigned to care for and educate Koko filed a lawsuit claiming that they were forced to fulfill her request. Koko requested this request from them using sign language. Gorilla experts stated that other gorillas did not have a nipple obsession like Koko.
So, yeah, Koko had a deep obsession with nipples, and I don't think they really explain it in this video why she has such a deep bond to nipples, but as you can see that she had 3 females had a lawsuit out because, and I don't necessarily blame Koko for this. Like I said, it could be something from the influence, whoever she was influenced by, right? I don't think it just happened to be like, oh my. Well, then again, there's a lot of that in the animal gorilla kingdom, a lot of nipple pulling. I don't know if that could be a factor, I have no idea, but the fact that the lawsuit was stating that they were forced to comply with showing a gorilla's their nipple, I think that's more of the institution. I don't think that's the gorilla forcing them to do it. I think it was something to do with their jobs, maybe saying like, you know, this animal needs to be on a pedestal and whatever she wants she gets, kind of thing. That could be it, but I could be wrong. Let me know down in the comments if I'm wrong, if you know about the story, because I'm seeing this for the first time pretty much. But yeah,
Koko's mirror selfie is still world famous today. National, she was on the cover of Geographic magazine. That day, Koko became famous worldwide. Famous names, many celebrities like Leonardo DiCaprio went to her house just to meet Koko. The famous comedian Robin Williams also met Koko, and they formed a close bond. Koko's concept of friendship, however, was quite unique.
this is where the nipple obsession came from. This is it. I'm playing. Nah, joking.
One Christmas night, Koko told Penny she wanted a kitten. Initially, Penny was concerned that Koko might accidentally harm the kitten, so she gave her a plush toy monkey instead. But Koko immediately realized it wasn't a real kitten. She threw it aside and, using sign language, expressed sadness while insisting on a real cat. Eventually, Koko was allowed to choose a kitten from a litter of abandoned ones. She picked the smallest one and named it All Ball because she thought it looked like a tiny ball. Koko treated All Ball as if it were her own baby. She even attempted to nurse it. Despite her massive size, Koko was incredibly gentle with All Ball, always careful not to hurt it. She adored All Ball and formed an intense emotional bond. But one day, tragedy struck. All Ball was hit by a car and killed. When Koko was told about the accident, she reacted with deep sorrow. She made signs indicating sadness, furrowed her brows, and used words like sad and bad to express her grief.
Koko, All Ball, hit by a car. I went in right away and I said, Koko, something's happened to your kitty and he won't be here anymore. You know, the cat has died.
Following All Ball's death, Penny noticed that Koko emitted sounds similar to human crying for several days. She was mourning the loss of a beloved companion.
Human, animal, I don't care what you are, death is never easy in any situation. As you can see, the emotions that Koko showed from losing her little kitten, you know, if that was me, I'll probably be bawling my eyes out, not gonna lie. That is very emotional. Death can happen at any time. Cherish the ones you're with, live in the moment, and remember them always and deeply. Alright? And my prayers go out to you, Oddball.
Just a few days later, on a morning in June 2018, Koko passed away in her sleep at the age of 46. And now here is the chilling message Koko left for all of humanity before she died.
Now, that message was pretty deep. As you can, what she's basically trying to sum up is, even though she's an animal, that's been influenced a lot by human culture. She's still very in tune with the earth and the planet itself. And basically, from what she's seen over her lifetime is basically the destruction of our planet, right? In whatever way she views it in. And she's basically saying humanity is doing a very bad job on this earth right now, right? And humanity is kind of stupid and won't get out of their own way. The parts of it, you can agree with that. There's a lot of stupid people on this planet that do stupid shit for those stupid reasons, right? So you can sympathize with that at least, right? There's a lot of like war, people who develop mass weapons of mass destruction and all that stuff, right? But I'm not going to go deep into that. I'm just saying, from her point of view, is there are stupid people on this planet that's hurting the planet, right? And if we don't change anything, right? If we don't change it, basically the earth itself, it won't be able to heal, right? So I don't know. That's her mess. That's how I interpret her message to the rest of us. But you let me know what you think down in a comment. Give me a shout out. This video, if you want to see the full, down in the comment, give a shout out. If you want to see the full video, go check out Story Whisper. I'll leave their link down for this video in the description, in the details. Go check it out. I thought it was very moving, so I had to share it with the rest of you guys. So yeah, that's it for me. Be kind to you, be kind to others, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.